One of my least favorite sayings is, "Oh, that's not hip hop," right? It's like a bug. It's like a virus that gets you as you get a little older and you see your favorite genre changing. And I noticed that with the old heads during my time. But boy, oh boy, I tell you, this Ken Carson fellow is really, really testing my patience. All right, Ken Carson. You know what I'm saying? Some of my nephews, some of my little brothers out here say, "Hey, oh, you gotta review that Ken Carson, Chaos, More Chaos album." I said, "My youth, no, no, I don't." Ken Carson under that opium umbrella with Playboy Cardi. Guys, some of you know how I feel about Playboy Cardi and the rest of the other people, right? Destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang or something like that. Whatever. But I refuse to let the unk bug get me because no, you don't get to tell me that's not hip hop. I will ever tell you what it is. I've listened to this project and I'm not going to lie to you and say I enjoyed it. I'm not going to say it's for me, but I do think, oddly enough, this project helps me understand Playboy Cardi and that brand a lot more, right? And quite frankly, it was a learning experience. It was a learning experience of understanding what part of this project is still hip hop and what the rest of it is, right? And genres and subgenres are interesting, right? Trap is a subgenre of hip hop. This is similar to, I like to call it acid trap. Y'all say rage music. It's a mix of those things. And that is almost like a subgenre. I think there's another word, micro genre of trap rap, right? But they're still the mother, the OG, the great grandmother, I'm sorry, of the whole thing, right? So the elements that these kids kept in there, I don't want to say they're kids, Playboy Cardi's 30. These guys kept in there is the rapping or the hip hop portion of it is strictly, in my opinion, with their vocals, which are much more simplified and a lot more dumbed down. I get it, but that element is still there. Now, everything else around it is given a lot of like new age acid. Like if you go listen to Acid House, like they made me go listen to Acid House, and I was like, okay, some of that is mixed with acid rock. It's mixed with, I'm not even kidding, a little bit of metal, right? And that's where their innovation is. Do I think this will become a dominant sound in the music? I don't think so. That's probably why the kids like it. But what I have noticed about hip hop and why I refuse to let, sort of, obviously you admit your age and time. I refuse to let this, like, that bug get me, because I make my own music, right? Is I learned that what they are doing here, right? I've learned that you can still, there's still some value in all of the music, right? All of the music, there's some value there. So for them, that experimental kind of vibes, you kind of see where the audience is moving to, and that's all. So I may have not loved it, may not enjoyed it, but I learned something, and I was like, okay, cool, right? And oddly enough, when I go back to go listen to Playboy Cardi's project, which I still think 30 songs too much, and with good faith, I was faith. I was like, oh, okay, like, okay, I see what you're doing. And it also explains, probably, shout out to Red Velvet on here. I think that's just saying. He was the one that kind of used to tell me this. Took me a while to get it. And it explains what they're doing over there at Opium. So they go 5 years. We also talked about it in my Discord. Shout out to my interns, right? 5 years, work on this sound, right? Give it to you. The audience goes, oh, this is new. I also suspect that these sounds put the younger audience in like a trance. And that's what they like. Because when the attention span era is very short, right? It puts them in like a sort of trance. And then they get enamored with it and they do their everyday and day-to-day things. I don't know why the older music doesn't put them in a trance. Maybe because the older music is more lyric and vocal focused, right? It puts them in trance so they do their thing. So you kind of understand what the value is there for them, all right? So I will admit it's easier now to listen to these things. I still don't love it, and that's okay, right? I'm not like, one of the things I'm going to do when I talk about art, I try to respect other artists is, like, hey, this is what I got out of it. Unless you're a disrespectful artist, and y'all know who those people are. I don't give a damn. I talk shit about you. All right, good talk.